guys, welcome back to another video on Aachlie Star TV. I am Ashley. Let's get into this Bridezilla reaction.
Get ready with me while I tell you about my worst Bridezilla ever and what I've learned from that situation. So I just assume when people book me that they're booking me because they like my work, but apparently not. This girl booked, signed the contract, and then came for a trial. When she came for her trial, she sat down and went through my whole Instagram and basically just told me all the things she hated about my makeup style. She was like, I hate this, don't do this to me. And I was like, bro, why would you book me?
Right.
Like, there's all kinds of other people to choose from, so just book someone else. Anyways, so she didn't really have a clear vision. She knew what she didn't want, and she had a few things that she knew she wanted. So I did her makeup, and I don't think she really liked it. She went home, showed her fiance. He didn't like it, so she sent me another email. So she emailed me the next day and was like, I'm not loving what you did. It just didn't feel like me. Can I come back for a second trial? And of course, people can always come back for a second trial. So when she came back the second time, she brought her sister.
Well, why didn't you tell her in the beginning that you didn't like the fucking makeup? Like, you wasted her time.
Who really thought she was a makeup artist. She wasn't, but she had a lot of opinions. And she wanted her sister's makeup to be smoky and bold. Even though what I did before wasn't that intense, she thought it was too much. So I was a little bit concerned. So I did more of a smoky, bold look with some grays, which is what she wanted, and she loved it. She was like, I've never felt more beautiful. This is exactly what I want. But I knew she was very, very particular. So on the wedding day, I was extremely nervous. Now, this was about 5 years ago, and I have toughened up a lot as a makeup artist over the last 5 years. So it comes wedding day, and I am very nervous. I've got butterflies in my tummy, and I'm just really scared at how her application is going to go. And her mom also came for a trial, and her mom was interesting. So I was nervous for both of them. So I do her mom first, and that goes really well. So it's like, I've got one kind of crazy out of the way. Now I have the two sisters, the one who thinks she's a makeup artist. She went pretty good. And her other sister pulls out a picture of Twiggy. Now, I'm not talking about like she wanted inspiration from Twiggy. She literally wanted white under here, bottom false lashes, just things that I do not do. So I went up to the bride and I was like, this is what your sister's wanting. And she was like, yeah, sure. So I did that. I don't know how good.
Seems like you need another artist because she ain't working for you. It's not what you want.
It looked, but anyway, I had to do it. So I got through that application and I was at the point where I was like, get me out of here. So then I did the bride. Now she called over her sister before she looked at her makeup. She was like, what do you think? And her sister's like, more. You need to be more smoky. You need to be more dramatic. And that's what I did because she trusted her sister. Now looking back, this is the type of client that, you know, twice a year you're going to be doing this. She needs to hold the mirror the entire time because you don't want to get too far ahead and then have her be like, this is terrible. And then you're starting from scratch, basically. So in hindsight, this bride should have been holding the mirror the entire time. Then she can just lift it up, take a look. I know that I'm going in the right direction. Then at the end, when she doesn't like it, I don't have to basically start from scratch. I also learned that you don't listen to bridesmaids, family members. You really need to make sure that the bride's happy before you start changing things, obviously. I don't know what I was thinking.
Because you weren't supposed to care what the fuck they think. You don't, it's not about them. It's about the bride. That's why I didn't even freaking have a whole freaking wedding, because I didn't want that.
But at the end, I gave her the mirror, and she was like, I hate it. This is terrible. This is not what I wanted. It's too dark. It's too dramatic. So I shouldn't have changed it when the sister was giving her opinions. So I was like, what don't you like? And there were several things that she didn't like. Thankfully, I had taken some pictures at the trial. So one of the things that she didn't like was the fact that I brought the eyeliner all the way into her tear duct. And she was like, you didn't do that at the trial, but I did. Happy. And I showed her a picture and she said it was done at the trial, but I can totally take that down. Now, if I had have given her the mirror, we wouldn't be in this situation. She would have saw that right at the beginning and been like, can you take that off? And it's much easier to adjust when you don't have a full face of makeup on. She didn't really like where I had put the contour. She did not want any highlight, and I put some on her by mistake because I'm just used to it. And now I know when someone doesn't want something and they tell me, I take it and I move it right off of the table. I put it all the way at the back so that I don't do things that I'm just normally used to. And that was my fault. So I took that down, went over with my foundation brush, changed things up, but she wasn't the type that was like, oh, I don't like this. Can we change it? She was full on panicking. I look horrible. We need to start over. You know, that kind of dramatic Bridezilla
She didn't like nothing you did.
I was like, don't panic. We can change this. It's just makeup. And everything can be changed. That's one thing I like about makeup, is we're never too far ahead to change things. Might take a minute, but we can change it. So she started walking all around the house and basically screaming that she didn't like her makeup. It was very embarrassing because there was lots of other people there, hairdressers that I work with. So I was just like, what can I do to change it? And she didn't really know. She just didn't like it, which is not really helpful because I obviously need to know what I got to change in order to make you feel better. Anyways, I kept changing things, and eventually we got to a point that she was very happy. You need to stay calm in these kind of situations because if you start to freak out, it's just going to be bad. You need to be like, we can 100% change anything. She went upstairs and I packed up my stuff so fast. I can't even explain. I was just shoving stuff in my bag trying to get over there. Because I felt like if she had too much time to look at herself, she may want more things changed and be unhappy again. And I needed to get out of there. I was ready to have a mental breakdown. I'm walking out the front door and she's upstairs and I hear, Selena.
I couldn't do it.
And I was like, no, please, no, just let me leave. And she came downstairs and gave me a big hug.
Get the
and was like,
fuck up out of there.
I love it so much. Thank you so much. Like, not that we had this like big altercation a few minutes ago. It was just like, thank you. Like almost gave me a heart attack, but yeah, no problem. So when I got out to my car, I just burst into tears. I was crying, hyperventilating. The feeling of being in that house, almost being trapped and not knowing what to do. I didn't know how to make her happy. It was awful. So please learn from my mistakes. Don't go through this yourself. It's awful.
Oh my gosh, that sucks. Like, bro, what? Follow your first mind. Don't listen to no bridesmaids, bro. Do your job. And let the bride look at her stuff. Don't let them take advice from the bridesmaid because it's their day. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how y'all like the video. And we're almost to 500 subscribers. So yay. Woohoo. So exciting. So yeah.